Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Questions and Answers for Trivia Quiz. Today's question is: which American president was involved in the Watergate scandal? Here's a brief overview of what happened in the Watergate scandal in the United States of America. 1. Break-in. On June 17, 1972, 5 men were arrested for breaking into the Democratic National Committee (DNC) headquarters at the Watergate office complex in Washington, D.C. They were caught attempting to wiretap phones and steal documents. The 5 men were later connected to the Nixon reelection campaign. 2. Investigation. The break-in prompted an investigation by journalists, particularly Bob Woodward and Bernstein of The Washington Post. Their reporting uncovered evidence of a broader conspiracy involving members of the Nixon administration. 3. Cover-up. It was revealed that officials within the Nixon administration, including White House aides and members of the Committee to Re-elect the President, CRP, had orchestrated and attempted to cover up the break-in. This included destroying evidence, paying hush money to the burglars, and using government agencies to obstruct the FBI's investigation. 4. Tapes. One of the key pieces of evidence in the scandal was the existence of secret White House tapes. These tapes recorded conversations between President Nixon and his aides. They played a crucial role in revealing the extent of the cover-up and Nixon's involvement. 5. Resignation. As the investigation continued and the evidence mounted, it became clear that President Nixon had knowledge of and participated in the cover-up. Facing near-certain impeachment by the House of Representatives and removal from office by the Senate, Richard Nixon announced his resignation on August 8, 1974. 6. Aftermath. Following Nixon's resignation, Vice President Gerald Ford assumed the presidency. On September 8, 1974, President Ford granted Nixon a full pardon for any crimes he may have committed while in office. This controversial decision effectively ended any legal proceedings against Nixon. The answer for the question is Richard Nixon. President Nixon was involved in the Watergate scandal. Richard Nixon was the 37th President of the United States and served from 1969 to 1974. The Watergate scandal, which came to light during his presidency, involved the break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters at the Watergate complex in Washington, D.C., and subsequent efforts by members of the Nixon administration to cover up their involvement in the break-in and related illegal activities. The scandal ultimately led to President Nixon's resignation, making him the first U.S. president to resign. The Watergate scandal had a profound impact on American politics and society. It led to a loss of trust in government and media, increased scrutiny of presidential power, and a series of reforms aimed at preventing abuses of power in the future. It remains one of the most significant political scandals in U.S. history. Thanks for watching.